Well, hey friends, let's talk about some practical takeaways with mapping. Caleb, you said mapping is really just kind of getting the lay of the land. We're talking physical, we're talking social and spiritual, and that kind of gives us this kind of map to really understand the kind of the context of where we're working and kind of who we're working with.
Yeah, and it doesn't always have to be a map, but I think there's something to a big printed map.
Yeah.
And you can order these online, a poster size, put it on the wall, pray over your map.
Yeah.
I mean, pray, let that guide your prayers. And to me, just orient yourself in the space is so important. And I think visualizing it is another. So as much as possible. And for me, mapping wasn't really about writing on the map. It was a journal. So just keeping notes, who did I meet, what's going on, events happening, and just recording it all. And then every once in a while, you got to go back and read what you've written, right? Like, and just really refreshing your memory about, what happened to that person? They were part of our ministry and haven't seen them in a while, So just using that as like extending your brain can really, really help. And just all the insight that you don't know that you know. I feel like there's a lot of it that, a seasoned college minister could probably put together a really good map without even thinking about it. But once you start to see how these things interact, new insights come out that you didn't really realize. Yeah, it's not new information, but I never saw it in that way before.
Yeah, I think you'll begin to notice, hey, this is where majority of students are going. This is where they're walking. This is where they're gathering. This is kind of what's happening, and kind of really informs you on maybe where you can meet students or where you can meet a need on campus or an opportunity or something like that. And, even thinking, this happens to me in my life all the time, but, sometimes when you record things, you're kind of in the moment, but when you step back and kind of see with the map, what you can see is kind of a theme of things that happen on a campus or with college students in a town that you're like, okay, I see actually a rhythm here. I see some continuity between some things. They're going to probably help ministry.
Yeah, that's right. I think sometimes too, our map, you have the social and the physical, the social, the spiritual. It's not like we do these in order.
Yeah.
You're constantly bouncing between. And so it might be that you start with the spiritual layer, just praying for a campus that you've yet to even visit, right? And it's just the front end of a ministry. Praying for students, praying for co-laborers, right? And then, you get to the physical layer, and that's, the map's already drawn, but you realize there's only, there's still something there that probably won't be on Google Maps, right? Like you said, traffic patterns or places where people hang out or places people avoid. You know what I mean? Students, there are places on campus students never go for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And I feel like just knowing that and getting the lay of the land, like literally, can help. And I also think then the social layer is that one that's just constantly evolving because new students come in, dynamics, trends change, and so what was true of a college body for a while is going to change every couple of years. Student body changes, and so just that whole idea of like, okay, I'm never going to stop learning because it's always changing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for you, as you're thinking about this, you can probably go to your school's website and you can download a physical map of the school, but also realize that there are plenty of spaces outside the campus, especially if you're at a two-year school. You have commuter students that are literally parking, going in, and then coming out. So you may want to grab a map of maybe the town or the city you're in and begin to map out, okay, where are they actually at? Where are the places that are at? What's the social atmosphere like, and what's the spiritual atmosphere like? And if you begin to do that, that's going to really help you to determine where you need to do your ministry at. But not only that, if you have volunteers, if you have interns, if you have anybody like that, that's going to help give them a playbook to understand the environment of the ministry and just give them a leg up and you a leg up as you guys do ministry to college students.